So guys, it is no secret that Infinity Ward need to deliver with this year's Call of Duty. They have had one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history. This particular reveal trailer here, the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer. Now, in comparison, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer seems to be doing quite well, even though we've had a distinct lack of information. Now, the video title states that if they censor Call of Duty this year, the game's pretty much going to be dead. And let me tell you why I believe this, and I'll explain further on in the video as to why I believe this. Now, if you look around, there was a reason why Infinite Warfare's trailer was just disliked into oblivion, and it was because the Call of Duty community actually is a lot more powerful than they give themselves credit for. A lot of people don't realise when we talk about Activision in such a way and they do this and they get away with that, there has been a lot of things in Call of Duty's history that has caused a degree of outcry, and whilst it may not have necessarily been addressed straight away or addressed in the manner that we would have wanted to be addressed, we've still had an effect as a Call of Duty community. And that was very clear and evident after the dislike bomb on the Infinite Warfare trailer. Now, I will say this for a start. Maybe there was a degree of bandwagonism in terms of that, but it just shows the mindset of how people are. And this is what I'm very, very, very worried about in terms of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, I've already done a video about the Cuphead journalist saying that he believes this game needs to be censored, or certain parts of the game need to be toned down or removed altogether. Now, the campaign is something that I've always believed that, yes, a good amount of people would have played, but it is the bread and butter of this game is the multiplayer. So not that many people would be that bothered. So this hype around Call of Duty, or lack of hype in some people's eyes, is being rather particular this year. In fact, when people say there has been not that much hype around Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I actually tend to disagree. There's been plenty hype about this game. You only have to type in to YouTube Call of Duty Modern Warfare Censored to see what the hype actually is. The hype is that this game is going to be nitty, gritty, gory. Maybe too much for some people, but it's going to take us to those uncomfortable places that war actually takes people to. War is actually a very uncomfortable topic to speak about, and it often gets people's backs up, and I understand why, because there is nothing good about it in general. There's nothing good about it in general, but there is something that I believe is going on right now. Now, I can't work out whether this is a big publicity stunt, and Activision have just been very calculated about what they're doing. They could have easily paid all these journalists to act out that they believe this game is just so disturbing. And it probably is disturbing, it probably is going to make people feel uncomfortable, but people have probably exaggerated their opinion based on the funds that are given. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% true, this is me playing devil's advocate here. What I genuinely believe is there are people that are genuinely offended by the game, because we live in a different world. When I first started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I would comfortably say that is a different world and a different society to the society we live in right now. There was definitely things that offended people. The No Russian mission was definitely offensive, and it was banned in several countries. But there are certain things that are happening in our day-to-day lives now that seem to be censored. Even when we talk about free speech, there are certain things that just can't be said now, even though free speech is supposed to be a thing. There are things you just can't say because you will offend somebody, and you see often in comment sections on Twitter, on Facebook. It's just snowflake central right now, and I believe that is probably another aspect of what's going on with the whole censorship conversation with Modern Warfare. Now, if they do choose to censor Call of Duty Modern Warfare, let's be very clear, it's going to have repercussions, very bad ones for the franchise. If Activision are trying to actively kill off this franchise, the best thing they can do is censor this game, because it will definitely have a knee-jerk reaction from the Call of Duty community. I mean, looking at the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer right now, it's in quite a good place, a very good place, I would say. It is quite an impressive like to dislike ratio. The comments seem very positive. People actively are looking forward to this game coming out. But if you look in the comment section deeper, you'll see people saying, please do not censor this game, Activision. Going on to talking about reveal trailers, Infinite Warfare is a perfect example to Infinity Ward and Activision why they should not go against the grain in terms of the Call of Duty community. Now, we often complain about Activision, who they don't care about us, we got no say in the game, but we clearly have got a say in the game, because after the repercussions of the Infinite Warfare trailer, there was a few things that were tweaked in our favour. The community was listened to a lot more, even though the games still probably didn't hit the mark that we would have wanted them to hit. And that's probably why they've gone back to the Modern Warfare era, because if you remember, people were just sick of the boost movements. We went straight back to boots on the ground. There was shifts at studios, people were sacked here, there and everywhere. Things changed drastically, even though sometimes we forget about this and don't acknowledge it and still criticize Activision as the enemy, because it just seems to be the cool thing to do for some people. But again, looking down in the comment section of that game, people said they did not want boost movements again. Now, I have to bring this up. IGN did a video very recently about how they believed it would be the most divisive Call of Duty ever, and there have been plenty of people who have done videos about censorship and how the game's very disturbing and they believe that things should be censored in the game. Even I done a video talking about a journalist who wanted it to be censored and my counter argument as to why it shouldn't be censored. But let me tell you today, just look at the like to dislike ratio on this IGN video. This pretty much sums up the general consensus and feeling about the real die-hard Call of Duty fan. The real Call of Duty fan, they do not want this game censored for any reason at all. And basically what they're going to achieve here, if they do censor this game, is they will lose any trust that they have potentially gained back by making another Modern Warfare game. And I tell you now, not only will this game fail, but I genuinely believe that Call of Duty just will never ever get back to the pinnacle that maybe they're trying to get to. There are games out there that are absolutely crucifying this game, but Call of Duty, make no mistake about it, is still a AAA title. People can criticize the game as much as they want, but every year it comes out, it makes Activision some real money. But the difference is, there have been so many things that have disappointed us in the past. Numbers have dwindled, and I genuinely believe, just looking from the evidence, if you look around the social media, even after you finish this video, tell me down in the comment section, go and look for the evidence yourself, and then come back to this video and tell me, yes, Mr. Tracky, I can see people are very vocal about what they want in this Call of Duty, and you'll find people do not want this game censored. So in my personal opinion, I genuinely believe that if they choose to censor any portion of this game and succumb to the snowflakes, the game is going to dive and it is going to fail on release, just because they have chose to ignore the core fan who will fork up that money and buy this game. Guys, let me know down in the comment section your personal opinions about this. I know a lot of people have been triggered by the fact that they are going to censor the game, but there are also people that have been triggered because the game is so gory. So let me know down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation. Guys, there are many buttons you can hit, but the like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.